Hi guys, happy Monday, happy Motivational Monday. Today is Martin Luther King's Day, so happy Martin Luther King's Day. I hope you guys had a day off. If you did, I hope you were able to get out and do some acts of service, some volunteering. Someone asked me today, they said, I don't even know where to go to do no volunteering. I want to do something, but I don't even know what to do today, and I got the day off. I said, just write some letters, a couple of 2-3 letters of gratitude. Handwrite, think of 2 to 3 people that you are grateful for. Write the letters, handwrite them, and put them in the mailbox. Done deal. That's not necessarily what we would think of as service, but it kind of is. And it's just a way to give back, right? So today I had to work. I didn't take the day off, and it wasn't a day that they gave us off, so I definitely had to work. But anyway, I want to get into a real quick motivation for this week, something that we can just carry on through the week and just adopt as a way of life, something we can all work on, and that is forgiveness. And so all day today, I've been seeing on social media quotes from Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King, and one of his quotes says, "Forgiveness is not an occasional act. It is a constant attitude." So, and that is just so true. And forgiveness is just one of those things it's just really hard to do, or it can be hard to do if someone offends you in some kind of way, to forgive them. A lot of times, I'm going to try to think of myself, like, in order to forgive someone, it's like you want that person to apologize first. At least that's how I felt in some instances. We have to forgive people whether they apologize or not. So I have someone coming to do an act of service to fix my heat press, and I hope we can get it fixed. My heat press has been out for a while, so y'all, I'm gonna put this on pause for the cause, and I will be back. Praise the Lord. Okay, I'm back. My heat press still ain't fixed, but anyway, where did I leave off? I think I was saying, I know for a fact I went through this time where I felt like the person who I believe wronged me, I needed for them to apologize first. But then I later learned that some people may not never apologize. You may not ever get that apology. So you just have to forgive them. I think, and it's, you don't have to talk to them to forgive them. You don't have to call them up and say, I forgive you for what you did, or you don't have to, none of that. Forgiveness is internal, right? And I know we all probably think, they say, people usually think that holding on to the forgiveness hurts that other person. 9 times out of 9, it doesn't. They really, a lot of them don't even care or aren't even aware. So just forgiving them in your heart, because if you keep that in your heart, unforgiveness turns into anger, turns into bitterness. It's like a baggage of memories, negative feelings, and unresolved emotions that you will carry to the point where someone else you can lash out on somebody and it had nothing to do with them. Have you ever got into it with somebody? You be like, I know good and well what I said or what's going on here ain't got nothing to do with me or this situation right here. It's like they just bought something else into it. Harboring unforgiveness, it's toxic. It's incredibly toxic. So releasing that blesses you. It pleases God. It frees you up. You sleep better. You just become a better person. If you're on a journey to become a better person, you really want to think about any unforgiveness that you might be harboring, and you might have to sit down and think about it, because it might have been there for so long you don't even realize it. It has probably become part of your personality trait. I believe unforgiveness is a trait that we carry that has to be worked on and developed to where now it's just like Dr. Martin Luther King said, it's not an occasional act, it is a constant attitude. Just like we practice the attitude of gratitude. We have to practice that because just I think naturally as humans, we take so many things for granted. We don't really realize we're being ungrateful until we are intentional about it. Then it just becomes who we are. That's the same thing with forgiveness. You have to be intentional about carrying a spirit of forgiveness to the point where it'll be really, really hard for somebody to upset you and get you to the point where you're feeling any kind of way about them negatively. So one thing you don't want to do is ever hold grudges, try to retaliate in any kind of way, even in your thoughts, having negative thoughts. You know, I really would love for them to get ran over by a bus. Not die, but get ran over by a bus. You know, that kind of foolishness. We all have been there where we just be like, oh, if something bad happened to them, I wouldn't care, but you would, and you should. And you shouldn't think thoughts like that, but it is a process to get to that point, and I think it's just maturity, and like I said, I think it's being intentional about it. You have to take unforgiveness to God in prayer and let Him heal your heart to where you can see that person again and speak to them and wish them well sincerely. You don't have to rekindle anything. If two people fell out and they just forgive each other, they don't have to then become friends again or in a relationship again or anything like that. They don't have to deal with each other ever again, but they do have to release that unforgiveness to where there is no ill feelings toward that person. Does that make sense? So today, like I said, forgiveness, it's just a continuous process. Yes, people are going to hurt you, but you have to quickly analyze it, process it, pray about it, and let it go. Sometimes you do need to talk to the person. There obviously are times where you do need to, have a table talk with the person. But if you can't, hurry up, process it, and let it go. Another thing about forgiveness, and I think that someone who has gone through a process of forgiveness, they understand the importance of it. They understand that holding on to unforgiveness does not hurt the other person. It only hurts them. Once you fully understand that, that will be help you to hurry up and process it, any offenses or whatever, and let it go. And you can almost tell a person who walks in forgiveness. To me, it's almost like a person who walks in love. Because I don't think you can be a loving, kind, sweet, trustworthy person and harbor unforgiveness. It don't match. So if you come across someone who's always, because I know people like this, just always getting offended by something, always got something negative to say, always lying about something or on somebody, or just somewhere along the line that person is harboring unforgiveness. I think that's the fruit of it. Like, that's the manifestation of it. That's what it looks like. Like I said, it's very toxic, and you can see it. Nobody may not know that you're harboring unforgiveness, but they can see it. May not know what it is. And like I said, sometimes you might not even know. But just check your fruit. Check your relationships with people. Do you have healthy relationships with your friends? Do you have healthy relationships with your family members? And I know we all have family members that we don't deal with because they were toxic or whatever. But are you able to have or do you have at least a few or some healthy relationships with your family and friends? And at work, are you able to relate to people in a healthy way. If there's always something going on, you always mad about something, somebody's always doing you wrong, if there's some unforgiveness somewhere, and you're going to have to work with God and get it excavated. Dig it up. So that's all I have to say about that, you guys. So that's something, if you need to work on it, work on it. If you don't, then you just don't. So, but if you do, I would behoove you. It just makes you a better person. It makes you well-rounded. Like I said, you will relate to people better. It's pleasing to God. You will sleep better. You won't be blocking your blessings. So that's all I have. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening if you watch this on Monday. If not, whenever you watch this, have a great evening and enjoy the rest of your week. And I will see you guys in my next one.